Hey guys, it's Xi, and this is a gameplay on Hard Hat, TDM, and it's a few less kills than I would have liked to have uploaded, but I joined the game late, so that's my excuse. So I thought it was pretty action-packed for how long it was, and I changed the game pretty much from joining it, so I enjoyed it. It was a nice game, so I'm just going to upload it anyway, I don't really care. But I'm going to continue my Cool Story Bro series, which has been going on. I think this will be like my third one. So subscribe if you enjoy this video and you want to see more, because I'm just going to be bringing them out about 3 a week, maybe something like that. And I'm just going to jump straight into this story. It's about some kid that's in my school. He's a lot younger than me. He's about 3 years younger than me, and he's in the 3 years below me, obviously. And basically he's got something wrong with him, quite obviously. Like, you can tell just from talking to him. He's like one of those boys that it's like he's always going to have like the mental age of about 10. I mean, I'm not being nasty or anything, but that's the way it is, and I can't find any other way to explain it. I don't know what it is, because I don't know him well enough to have actually discussed what's wrong with him and all that, and I wouldn't want to either way, because it'd be quite an awkward thing to discuss with someone. But basically, he obviously is one of those people. I'm sure a lot of you will know someone like that in your life who, you know, is a bit behind everyone else just in their mental like ways, and he is obviously one of them people that would be obvious, like an obvious target to be picked on, and obviously that's what happens, and it's not nice to think about that. Stuff like that happens to people like that. But I was basically, this is where it started. I was walking out of the school, and I just hear a load of commotion and shit going on outside, and I was wondering what was going on. So I looked, and there was this like 16, 17-year-old chav just like bombing his way, like on the road but alongside the pavement, going along. And there's this kid, I'm not going to name his actual name, so I'm just going to call him Timmy. And there's this kid, and he's running, this kid I'm on about now, this kid I was talking about, and he's running along the pavement away from this guy on a moped. And he's like burning down this road, just trying to get after him and shit. And he's got a load of other kids with him, like 2 other kids, 3 other kids, and they're like chasing him, shouting shit at him, you know, calling him everything under the sun and stuff. And I was like, what the hell's going on? It's one of them things that just doesn't happen normally. So you're just like wondering what the heck's going on for a while, and you want to do something, but you know, you're feeling like, oh god, what should I do? What should I do? And so I went over there, and he was over by this he ran over to an old granny, and the granny was like telling him to go away and stuff. And you know, most people don't mess with an old granny, so they weren't going to do anything, but I thought they'd probably do something when she'd gone, so I said that I'd walk him home. And I said, oh, let's walk home, and he was absolutely terrified when I was talking to him walking home. He was looking around every corner, like checking to see if they were there, and it was like, they're not there, mate. And you know, it was really horrible to see, actually. And basically, when I was walking home, I asked him what had happened, and he was telling me that basically there was this girl in his class, and she was like picking on him, as some girls do, and she hit him, and then he hit her back. And this is like, you know, obviously that's a bad thing, and a lot of people are thinking, oh, if he hit her, then obviously they're all going to be after him. But at the end of the day, sometimes, and this kid, I know him, he wouldn't do anything out of, like, you know, wanting to hurt people, even though I don't know him that well, but I know he wouldn't do anything just out of pure spite, just to try and hurt someone. So there's obviously some reason, and he said that she was picking on him and stuff like that, and he was telling me how he gets picked on every day in school, and you know, it's not a nice thing to hear. But basically, she was picking on him, and she hit him, and he hit her back. And I think that, you know, it's my opinion, I think that I would never do it personally, because I just know the shit that it would cause. But sometimes girls don't act like girls should, and sometimes when they start behaving like that, and they hit you, and they just know that they can do whatever they want to you, because you can't do anything back to them because of this unwritten rule that you don't hit girls and stuff like that, sometimes I think it gets a bit out of hand, and sometimes some people hit them back, and I can totally understand why, if it's the sort of person that wouldn't just, you know, go out there and hit them for no reason. Like, sometimes, you know, like I know people that have just hit a girl before because she's like pushed them around, like hit them and stuff, and she's like one of them girls that, you know, doesn't act like a woman at all. She's like basically a man but in a woman's body. And you know, this kid hit her, and then she told her cousins and stuff about it, and they'd all gone after him like madmen to try and beat him up and shit, and I had to walk him home, and it turned into a bit of a fiasco for me actually, because I ended up having to go all the way to his house, which was a bit further away from my house, to be honest. It was about, I don't know, 500, 600 meters, and no, it's way more than that thinking about it. But anyway, whatever. And so I walked over to his house. Then he got a phone call of his dad telling him he had to go pick up his brother. So I had to walk over to his brother's school with him then. And I knew I couldn't leave him, like, because he was so scared they were gonna see him. And even though I knew they were nowhere near him, he was just so scared. He didn't want to be alone, like more alone. So I stayed with him and all that, and I walked him home in the end. And you know, it's good sometimes to do something like that, because you feel like, you know, you did the right thing in that time. Whereas a lot of people sometimes you would just walk away and just ignore it because they wouldn't want to get into the hassle of it. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of the story. That's the last I've heard of it from now. But I'm pretty sure the school found out about it and sorted it all out. Before this gameplay ends, I wanted to talk quickly that I'm bringing out a dual-tage with my friend iThomasX, and we're going to be pretty much using our like red gun clips from so far this well, since the game came out, and we're going to probably bring it out on Christmas Day. So stay tuned if you want to see that. Subscribe, and if you want to see more Cool Story Bros, subscribe. And if you enjoy this video and watched it to this far, please leave it a like, because it'd help me out a lot and make my day. And comment what you'd like to see next. Bye. Peace out. Have a good day.